Did you know that there's actually one very simple strategy that you can put into your life now, today, that if you did this would make a magnificent difference to the outcomes of achievement in your life? And that is one simple thing, and it's goal setting. What's interesting is that if you ask most people, they will give you the same answer, and that is, I don't have my goals and I don't have them written down. Well, I'm here today to share with you a strategy that has been paramount to helping me achieve successes and goals in my life. And if you understand these, you too can put the strategy into place so that you can help your big idea or your great achievement come into life. The fact that you're listening to this video here today puts you ahead of most of the world's population. What's fascinating is that if you understood the research around goal setting and the benefits of actually setting goals and paying attention to them, you would jump onto this straight away. So congratulations for being here and for setting to the task of following the steps that I'm going to share with you. Before we step into the strategies I'm going to share with you, what I'd first like to do is to help you to understand what a goal actually is. Now, many people would say that setting a goal is something that you do because you want more of something in your life. You want more, you want better, you want different. What I'd like to challenge you on is the fact that setting goals is something that's actually going to help you to grow. The wonderful thing is that as you grow into your goal, you have to change. There are things that you need to adapt into your life. There are habits that need to shift. There are new ideas and ideals that need to happen. And in doing so, you grow. What we know is that the only constant in life is change, and as you are paying attention to your goals, you are changing, you are growing, and you are stepping into a better version of yourself. Peter Drucker talks about SMART goals. When you set your goal, you ask yourself this question: is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? And is it time-bound? Bob Proctor, in his work, talks about the A, B, and C goals. The A goal is the goal that you know that you can do. Without putting any effort into it, you know that you can achieve this. A B goal is the goal that you think you can do. If you put all the steps into place and you follow an action plan, you'll get there. But a C goal is a goal that is seemingly unachievable. It's a big goal that makes you have to grow, you have to stretch into, and you have to reach into new heights of possibility in order to get there. Ultimately, that's where we want to take you. Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, interviewed 500 of the world's most successful people, and he came up with a 6-step strategy around goal setting called the 6 Steps to Riches in his chapter on desire. I'm going to share those with you. First, you need to fix in your mind the exact amount of money or goal that you want to achieve. By setting an exact, specific request, what you're doing is you are getting very, very clear, and that's where the gold lies in the first step. The second step is to determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money or the goal that you desire. And what this concept is it's allowing you again to realize that there are certain things that you are going to have to do in order to reach this goal. The third thing you do from here is establish a definite date. So putting a date on it is going to allow you to start to reach towards it, and in your mind you're going to need to create an action plan around achieving that goal. Fifthly, then you're going to write out a clear and concise statement of the amount of money that you intend to acquire, name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. The idea being that when you write these simple steps down on your card, then this is the very thing that leads you into step 6, which is to read your written statement. Reading this written statement on a daily basis first thing in the morning, last thing at night, with feeling, with passion, with excitement, with this burning desire for you achieving this, will bring it into your reality. And what do we know around goal setting? Is that thoughts become things. And as you focus your attention on this goal, this is going to help you to get to where you want to go much faster. The question that often lies on a lot of people's minds is, what do I want? And one would think that we would all know what we want more of. What do we want to grow into? But the truth is that in all my years of working in this field, what I can tell you is that most people get stumped when you actually ask them, so what do you want? What kind of goals do you want to achieve with your life? And so we take a step back in order to take that big leap forward. By you writing down your personal wants and your business wants or your professional wants, it's going to allow you to start to unfold the journey. But let's take it a step back further from that. If you take your personal wants and on one side of the sheet of paper, you write down the things that you don't want personally, and you go through each one of those things that you don't want. So that you don't want to be in debt, that you don't want to lose your house, that you don't want to have an old rickety car, that you don't want to be overweight, that you don't want to not be able to afford to buy new clothes. Whatever those things are that you, if you think about it, it's almost like your opportunity to brain dump and to do what I would call a BMW. And no offense needed here, but it's a bitch, a moan and a whinge. And so briefly, you get this opportunity to just download all of this information, all the things that you don't want on one side of the sheet of paper. And then on the other side, you're going to write what you do want. You're going to take the thing that you don't want. So I don't want to run out of money. Cross it out and say, what do I want? I want an abundance of money. Knowing the figure is even better, according to Napoleon Hill, the definite amount is going to be very, very important. And Peter Drucker talks about that too. So allow yourself to go through this process of writing down all the things that you don't want, and then on the opposite side, all the things that you do want. This will give you an absolute clarity, and from there you can determine what your personal wants are and what your professional wants are by being specific, as Peter Drucker talked about, and allowing yourself to see whether these are achievable or not. So Napoleon Hill goes one step further than Peter Drucker, though, in the fact that he would say that you actually want your goals to be a stretch. You want them to be almost seemingly unachievable. Why? Because this is going to allow you to continue to grow and to continue to need to educate yourself or to take steps forward or keep learning like you're doing here in order for you to be able to grow into these goals. Don't be afraid of that. Always be moving towards your growth, allowing yourself not to fall back into safety, but to move forward into stretching yourself into these goals where you're really going to have what you want. You're here for a fuller expression and an expansion of yourself. So now that you've got your clarity list or your list of the things that you do want, we've got to get you to now define from that your C goal. And your C goal is the one that's going to really be something that is going to give you a fire in your belly. It's going to make you really excited and maybe a little fearful as well, but that's okay. We can talk about that in a subsequent video. But this C goal is the one goal that you're going to get very, very excited about. And using Napoleon Hill's technique and the 6 steps to riches, you're going to write that down on your goal card and you're going to give that focused attention daily. This is going to bring about your riches. It's going to bring about what it is that you desire, and it's going to give you a purpose every morning, every night, looking at your goal card and feeling into it and imagining yourself already in possession of the goal, and there is going to bring you to the goals that you truly desire.